me representing Colin. So we can get started, and people can join as we can. And this is going to be recorded, so a lot of people prefer to see this a little later in the day. So I just wanted to check on, match by match. We had four matches over this weekend. So we will start in the order of sequence, the way the matches got played out, and thoughts on the matches. So current points table, it's clear that Carlton with 2 wins is on the top with 6, and with 1 loss and 1 win, I think Colin's team is on 3 points, and probably uh, with the goal difference, etc., the teams follow. Uh, first, I would wanted to quickly analyze, and as we said, this is a pre-mortem and post-mortem session for game one, which was between Carlton and Prabal. I think so far it was the most tight match, as far as the kind of opportunities were getting created. So I was doing a quick analysis on something called the unsung heroes from each team, where some of the people, they take away a lot of limelight because of the goals they score or because of the things they do, but there are some people who do the basics very right and they support the team. So I've picked up this kid from your team, Carlton, Hriday, from match one. As from each team, one player per match I am picking up and discussing. Like to comment on his contribution to that match?
So yeah, for sure from our side, like you mentioned, the limelight gets stolen when goals are scored. But that's truly said where Hriday put all his mind. That guy's efforts are visible on the field. When he's on there, he's just into the game and he gives all in. So his performance was very quite commendable on that particular day when we actually needed it. In a normal situation where we were missing out on Anirudh in the first game, and I wouldn't have thought of going to play as a striker, leaving my original position, which is the center midfield. But that was reinforced. That was basically done only after I got confidence in Hriday. He wasn't letting the opponents, he wasn't letting Prabal's midfield play amongst themselves. No passes were being created in that particular position, and also he completely stormed out Mohawk from the picture. Mohawk, he didn't allow Mohawk to take any long shots at all. So
Yeah,
so
I
that's
think
where
that
I think Hriday was the real man of the match from our side.
I think, see, Mohawk is the kind of player, who could, single-handedly score goals from a tight corner or a tight angle when nobody is expecting, because of the sheer power he has in his shooting. It's an open secret. So I think Hriday being able to cut him out multiple times and keeping him contained, that's I think one of the reasons which decided the game in your favor. Otherwise, I think one more goal and it would have been a tie. So, do you agree that he is the unsung hero of that match
Yes,
from
for
your
sure,
team?
for sure,
Prabal,
undoubtedly.
yeah. So moving Prabal, moving ahead from the unsung hero category, we had Hriday. Whom do you think from your team you would categorize that? I've got a couple of picks. I mean, you can tell me whether you find anybody else apart from that. See, no, I'm talking not the regular guys who usually are doing the most of the things. But how would you rate Sandeep Ray's contribution to that game? How would you rate Dishan as a newcomer, and how would you rate Manas, who's usually famous to not stick to the team plan formation, or a couple of his antics that he takes the ball on his own, stuff like that. How would you like to rate him on that?
थोड़ा Yeah, so I think Manas had a good game. He was this poor guy was under pressure from all of us, including the opponent. So the pressure was building on him, but I think he did really well on that day, especially when it comes to marking Carlton. So especially in the first half when I was playing in the midfield and I was able to contain him in his original position, and we are closely marking Carlton. So if you look at the first half, I mean, although Carlton was pretty alone because Anirudh was not there, but we have been able to cut him off from all the supplies. So he was not also able to take shots. The way they have been able to track his contribution was good. Dishan as a newcomer, considering he played football only for 2 days before participating in this tournament, he had played pretty well, and I think with more game time, he will develop game sense, that what I call when someone plays on a regular basis. That sense he will develop and he will be able to contribute. That I believe.
You're talking about Sandeep Ray.
Sandeep Ray was doing a goalkeeping for the very first time in his life, if I am not mistaken. So when he came to the ground, I tried with Rupeshji, and I was not really confident. Neither was Rupesh himself. So we decided to put Sandeep on the on the goalkeeping duty. And I think apart from one or two mistakes that you expect from a newcomer, Sandeep Ray was pretty solid as a goalkeeper on that day. So I mean, both Dishan and Sandeep Ray, I mean, were good on that day, except for a few mistakes that you believe that any newcomer or anybody would have made on that day.
A quick word on our cricketing sensation, Dishan. I mean, we've never played with him. He just made his debut in the tournament. What are your thoughts on his performance?
Yeah, so that's as I said. So he was, I mean, because if you play some sports and if you have got physical abilities, then you can always perform for other sports as well. So that was true for him, and he did really well. He had got pace, and he actually is not afraid to go after anybody else. So that is what you expect from a youngster who is pretty fit, and that's what he did. And since he has been playing for the very first time in our tournament, so I believe he did really well. And going forward, we expect him to improve and contribute to the team.
Okay, so we'll spend about 2-3 minutes more on match one, and then we'll move to match 2 and 3 and subsequently. Carlton, I was just putting my thoughts on strengths and weaknesses for your team. Clearly, it comes across to me you are definitely the biggest strength of the team for the kind of goals you're scoring. That's a high. You've been one of the highest impact players in terms of last couple of tournaments. So no surprises there in terms of strength. If you ask me the weaknesses, I'm only talking about game one. I'm not mixing matches. I'm just limiting my comments to game one. Weaknesses, I saw goalkeeping as a combination, the right pick is one area where you have clear scope. And the second thing, what I was thinking is there an over dependency that is building up on you? Which is not a healthy sign for any team. Okay. So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. So first I'll address the goalkeeping part. In terms of goalkeeping, we have gone with the keeper. So we are sticking to Rajni as a keeper. He isn't a makeshift keeper, but for sure we are choosing him in the first and every game. We are going to make changes only if he's having a very bad day. Say on the first day when we are playing against a tough opponent, Prabal, there we need a keeper to keep up the morale of the team, build up on strengths and all. Now there when we're conceding goals which are a cakewalk for the team, then I think that basically will pull down the morale, and then the momentum of the game gets away. Now when we are scoring and retaliating to all of their attacks, we expect our team to build up on that and at least keep it up to a certain level and not make silly mistakes. Now, silly mistakes, once it was unavoidable, we had to make a change in the keeper and we had to put Vivek back on the goal. Now, that will happen. Again, the agility of that player isn't as much as we are expecting, but that guy is actually putting in all his efforts to keep up to the team. Now, he surely was having an off day on that particular yesterday. But other than that, I don't see it as a major weakness. He surely will build it from there. Now, coming to the second part, you mentioned about the over dependency. See, I personally believe that our team is a good unit. Now, once we are filled all the positions and we have a really strong top 10, we have not chosen players who are going to stand out of the crowd. I just need all of them to give their best on a given day. Now, if you would have noticed the first half with Prabal, that was when we didn't create any chances. Now, I believe there we lacked the physicality from our forward line. Now, I had Bhavya on top, and when Bhavya is going towards Shobit, it's expected from him to create a little confusion, make a few runs. On that given day, he didn't do that. Now, once we noticed that particular drawback, we immediately made a change, and I went up top. Now, any ball fed to me, I'm going to create a confusion for the defense line. I'm going to push them. I'm going to press them. Now, once that is done, now I believe any ball that crosses Trouble's midfield can be scored, can be converted into a goal. So, in terms of over dependency, it's just that I'm creating chances out of maybe nothing, and that's the reason it might be standing out to be over dependency. But once we have Hriday and Anirudh in the center line, you'll notice even if I don't play a certain half, they will still be able to keep up the quality of game we're playing right now.
Well said. So I think in the weekdays to come, I think goalkeeping is definitely a area that you'll practice. Prabal, your thoughts on Shobit's departure soon that is happening is gonna kind of create additional headaches for your team?
See, I mean, it was already when I picked up Shobit, it was for tactical reason that the first day I had a match with Carlton, so I did not want Shobit to be part of that team. So it was on that regard that I picked Shobit. So I have pretty good alternative plans in place. Only thing is, as you mentioned, that goalkeeping is a headache for our team also. So we need to sort out that issue, and then we can put four players. Of course, if you look at man-to-man replacement for Shobit, it is not possible. But
yeah, he's one of the best. So yeah,
given the fact that this is what it will be. I mean, we are ready for that. So I do not see any major concerns there. Because it has already been taken care of in the back of my mind.
It was factored in.
Yes.
But one good positive, Prabal, I saw that in that match, and you can take a lot of heart from it. On the score sheet, you had three different names. You had Gaurav Duduskar, you had Mohit Surve, and you have Karthik Gaude who scored goals. And I think there were a couple of your balls which hit the goalpost, crossbar, and came back. On any other given day, Carlton, you must agree, the scoreline could have been 4-4 or even could have been 5-4. I think even you guys hit a couple of woodwork one or two times. I don't recollect that, but at least Prabal's team did. So that's a good point. I mean, in my opinion, having so many players scoring goals, different people, that's a good sign, Prabal, for coming days.
Yeah,
would you agree?
That was a very tough fought match and could have gone either ways. In fact, in the dying minute, we also created an opportunity from the corner, and Shobit got a clear, header, and unfortunately did not get in. So we got similar opportunities. I myself hit the bar, and then Gaurav hit. In any other day, it would have been, a goal. So this hasn't happened. But as Carlton mentioned, his team played really well, given the handicap that they had from the beginning. Without Anirudh, they were playing. But still, their defense and midfield have been able to contain our midfield, which was slightly better, in my opinion, on that day. Still, they managed to press us well. We did not create clear opportunities, neither they did. So this was how it was, supposed to be. We both pressed each other, and finally, Carlton managed to, bring the best out of him, and he actually scored a blinder and steal the match from us. So credit to him.
And that was very remarkable celebration.
Yeah. So I'll remember that. And another thing about Carlton's team is when you have Carlton in your team, you were supposed to depend on him, and he delivered. So that's how I see it. So every team knows that
Mr. Dependable, you must say, huh?
Yes, if you can stop Carlton, then scoring would be a problem for them, because nobody scores 3 goals, 4 goals in every match. So that would definitely be a problem for them. But being Carlton, he has been scoring many goals in every matches since the last 2 tournaments. So it is expected of him, and I believe he will be continue to do that.
On a lighter note, Carlton, what is that with your unique celebration styles? I remember from the last tournament, you went near the the sidelines and you had a unique salute that you were giving, I think, to Ishwar or somebody in the crowd. This time you lie down like a sleeping beauty and gave a unique pose. So it just happens, or you do think
So,
about these ones.
so
It
it's
was a
quite
sleeping Buddha.
interesting.
Yeah,
It's
sleeping
quite
Buddha, that's right.
interesting. In fact, our society is putting up these great tournaments, and you won't witness this anywhere. So just to add a additional factor there, maybe factor in some more stuff.
It was fun. So I think I'd like to invite Venki at this point in time to do the formalities. I think Venki, you could announce the man of the match. You're on mute. If you could unmute yourself.
Yeah, um, so the first match was between Carlton and Colin, correct?
Prabal.
Oh, Carlton and Prabal. So the man of the match for that one is Carlton.
For
The
sure.
second
So
match,
we will come to the second match. We'll just wanted to just announce the first one. We'll cover the second match and then we can go about it. So unfortunately, we do not have. I don't see Ishwar logged in. Neither do I see Colin. Colin did mention that he has some prior commitment and he won't be able to make for this match. So we can probably kind of have invite Venki, and probably I could speak on behalf of Colin on that particular match. Uh, so when I was putting the strengths and weaknesses for Ishwar's team for that particular match, I think one of the strengths, Venki, if you must agree, is a formidable defense line and a solid goalkeeper. That was
absolutely.
on the paper, that is definitely a strength. And definitely a area which is not so strong is the lack of attacking options. Your thoughts on that?
Well, see, honestly speaking, it was our first game, and the players that we selected, we assumed would perform. But as I said, first game, we don't know what position, where to place people, and then the three midfielders that we were actually banking on did not turn up. So, I mean, it was an off day. We have 4 other matches. We're going to come back with a bang.
So, guys, when you whoever witnessed this match, I picked the unsung hero from Ishwar's team as Nimesh that day. I think he put in a brilliant effort and he was putting in a lot of heart into the game, covering space, distance, scoring goals, trying to defend, doing everything. Any thoughts of from the people who watched that game? Any thoughts on that? Venki, you could comment.
No, see, honestly, I mean, Nimesh, yes, he did give his best. He actually gave his 110%, and we were feeling bad more for him than losing the match, because even after putting so much effort, maximum what we could convert was 1. And along with Nimesh, I would actually also say Thomas himself, he as well gave in a lot. He actually gave in a lot, and then, well, as I said, it was an off day. Few goals that went in were pretty simple. There were few mishaps that happened in the defense itself. It's a learning curve for us.
Good. I think from Colin's team, the strengths and weaknesses, when I have to put it on the paper, I think if you give them space in the midfield, then the team is a threatening one, because Om running in, Fahad and Colin doing a damage. So I think the attack and the ability to utilize space, these were two things which I think was the strength that day for Team Colin. And I think the weakness, from perspective of weakness, I thought the last 15-20 minutes were absolutely ordinary the way we played, and we let a lot of loose moments. Just to pull up 2 last pending things from match 2 is unsung hero from team Colin. I'd like to invite views from Prabal and Carlton, because you guys were there. I'm sure you watched this match. Your thoughts on Om's performance that day?
Prabal, you want to go first?
Yeah, so I think he played really well that day, and because if you look at, the other matches that are being played, including today's 2 matches, there hasn't been much attacks happening through the wings. In that particular match, Colin and Fahad were able to get best out of Om, and he was able to run across defenders and was able to create opportunities and scored a couple himself. So I think in a nutshell, it's a brilliant performance given the age of the player, and during the tournament it's generally pretty intense, and he has been able to perform. So I'll definitely think that he has given his best in that match, and his performance stood out among many in that match.
So from what I noticed, he was creating good chances from the wing. He also was creating space for himself. Now I believe towards the end we noticed Ishwar's team go down in morale, and that's when they were making a lot of changes to their defense line. Now the defense line wasn't too strong. They were using makeshift players on the sides, which was allowing a lot of open spaces, and that's where he capitalized. Of course, it is you got to give it up to that guy. He's quite young, and he's converted all his chances. But yeah, in with a tough defense line, I think it might have not been as simple as it was.
True. Agree to that completely. Venki, man of the match for that particular game, match number 2 between Ishwar and Colin.
Fahad.
Okay, so Fahad for scoring couple of goals there. Now let's quickly move to match number 3, which was between Ashlin and Deepak. I saw Deepak coming in with a moving camera and then he disappeared. And I don't know who can speak on behalf of Deepak. So let's see how this goes. One of the
Yasir is
again.
here. Atif
Yasir is there.
Yasir.
Okay. So as an opening game, like yesterday, we had a cracker of a game which was last whistle tak kisi ko nahi pata tha where it was going. I think even today's match, first match was absolute cracker. Thoughts, Carlton? I'll come to Ashlyn. I've got specific questions for you, Ashlyn. I'll just pick up quick thoughts from the captains over here, and maybe other people who would like to share their views on the match, and then I'll definitely involve Yasir also for a couple of pointers.
Of course, it was a cracker of a game, but again, we could see the players a little lethargic. I think that might have been due to all of them not playing together, maybe. From both the teams, we need, like, once the pace is up, they're going to have good games for sure. But it could have been anyone's game. We saw JP with an injury, so you can discount the team for that. But other than that, I think it was a lovely game.
Okay, actually, now for your team, you bonded with your team and you met with your team for the first time yesterday. You had an intense practice session. On the paper, it was a very tough match. It was like a 45-55% balanced match, slightly tilted towards you for the the quality and number of attacking players you have in the team. So I did a couple of I put my thoughts on the strengths and a bit of weaknesses on the team, and I'd like to pick your brains and collect your thoughts on that. I think the strength is the number of attacking players and individuals who can score goals. That number is pretty high in your team. Would you agree, and what's your thoughts on that?
I do agree. More than scoring goals, I feel the players that are packed in the midfield and the striking position, they have a lot of coordination amongst each other already. So Manas, Dhruv, Karthik, Manu, Vamsi, they all know each other's game, and I'm actually looking forward for it to click. So I'm assuming it was the first game, and it does take time for every team to get into that rhythm, to understand each other's game and to start performing as a unit. So I am hoping by the next week we get into that rhythm where we start passing the ball more, we keep the ball more, and which will end up in scoring goals itself.
So if I wanted to even balance out with areas that need improvement, I have put one or two of them. Maybe you can add to them. I think Karthik has showed a lot of heart by playing and participating in the tournament. Half of people would not have dared to participate. So that's we have to give it up to that guy for showing that heart. But I mean, his speed compromised. Does it impact the damage that Karthik could have brought to this team and probably could have been number one team on the table? But with him, with his limited movement, would that impact? Would that be an area of weakness or concern?
See, we were aware of this fact the time I chose him. So I don't think it would be much of a concern because he's only going to recover from here. Leaving that aside, if you notice most of his goals last season, it was him getting the ball, turning and shooting.
Correct.
So I think that was like 60 to 70% of his goals, which is his strength. So we're looking forward for that to happen. But it is it's definitely impacting since it's an injury, but we had to consider that given the fact that he was already injured when we picked him.
Correct. But so you would have wished he would have in his peak, because if he is running and taking turns and shooting is more threatening than somebody who's not being able to make that crazy runs. That's what I had collected. Anything, Carlton, probably you guys were watching this guys playing today. Any thoughts on areas where Ashland's team sorts of kind of looks a bit shaky?
So I'll first come to a strength of Ashland Thames. He picked a very resolute player in Manu. So if you look at his performance, when the teams are not performing well, you need someone to stand out and give that particular strength to the team. So Manu did that today, because as Ashlyn was mentioning that the team have been playing for the first time and they are not gelling really well, especially if you look at the 70-80% of the match. Then they required someone like Manu. He was very solid at the back, and then scored a header, and he was about to score another. So that gives him 3 points even without playing say about 70% of their strength. And going forward, as they were mentioning that the team gelling well with having three, 4 or 5 players, including Ashlyn himself, they would create a lot of opportunities. In terms of weaknesses, I would say that their backline also doesn't look pretty strong. So in case they are one-on-one with someone very good. Today I expected JP to do that, but unfortunately was injured and we couldn't see what could have been. But I think there could be certain problem for them. Other than that, I think this team is going to improve from here onwards.
So the back line is what your pick is in terms of this thing. Anything,
Yes.
Carlton, could you add?
I think it was their coordination. They had lovely players on paper. Manas, Dhruv, Karthik, Ashland. They could have used passing as a stronger suit there, but they couldn't deliver today since their coordination was a little off.
I think with time for every team, you have to give the first match as a a time to understand, coordinate well. So Venki, could I invite you to announce the man of the match for this particular game?
It's Manu.
Okay. So the thought behind giving Manu the man of the match, Venki?
Excellent performance, excellent header, and he was the person who actually held the defense along.
Yeah. And plus, he also I kind of scored the third one for them. I think, Ashwin, you think that's the right pick?
Yeah, according to me, yeah, because the entire game, the way Carlton was saying that Hriday was managing the center half every time he moved forward, the same way our weakness is right now our defense line. We picked less defenders, but to our luck, Sunny is turned out to be someone who is able to manage that position. Jeevan may be fit next week, so that is an additional plus point for us where he can come and maybe I can move forward. But that is one of the main reasons why even I started behind with Manu today, and we wanted to make sure that we don't concede, even though we are not able to make the game. Our first priority was not to concede, and we knew that we'll get that goal somehow or the other. So Manu did a fantastic job there in managing the entire backline. So whenever I moved ahead, he was always there behind me, along with him moving ahead to attack and going for headers and stuff. So yeah, it's a right pick.
Good. Now coming to the other part of the game, number 3, that is Deepak and his team's performance. I mean, the standout moment definitely was Yasser taking that lovely kick and that free kick hitting. I think it was the goal of the tournament so far, the way it was hit. I think, the that was the moment of brilliance. But what are your thoughts on this, team's performance today? Deepak and company put up a show. They scored one goal. They were playing against a really good, tough team. They ended up 2-1. They held their game for a long time before conceding the second one. Uh, Not as an opponent captain, Ashwin, but as a individual who understands and loves this game. Your thoughts on that team?
So I told Deepak this immediately after the game, and these were my exact words, that it is the first game, and every team, it's difficult for people to coordinate when you're playing for the first time, especially somebody who's come new and who doesn't play on weekends. It is going to take him at least a game or two to understand his teammates, understand his opponents, and then coordinate and make the game with them. As for what I saw today, that guy is a brilliant player.
You're
If
talking about
he's able,
Yasser?
yeah,
You're
I'm
talking
talking
about
about
some.
Yasser.
Okay.
I'm talking about Yasser. So Yasser is a brilliant player. The moment he gets that coordination on with Jishnu, they'll be able to make people run. They'll be able to use the different areas on the ground, and they'll be able to score their goals. So that's what I told Deepak. It's just the first game. Once Yasser understands his opponents and his own team, they'll definitely put up a better show than this. And they also have Nishant, who is capable of putting through balls to Jishnu. They have Deepak, who's capable of playing a little up on top. So I feel this team is only going to improve.
Prabal, I want to quickly pick your brains out on this topic. I kind of like to, tend to disagree a bit with Ashlyn over here. My disagreement on his point is not on the point that Yasser is a great, I mean, he's definitely a wonderful player to watch, very cool and calm on the eye. However, I think, when he looks up from midfield and he wants to put the ball, the only option he usually sees is JP, and usually JP is surrounded by two people most of the times. What does one do in this kind of a situation, Prabal?
Yeah, so I was talking to Jishnu and Joydev after the match, and in fact Deepak was also there. So I was telling that when you have three or four players who are really good, and you don't have a number 9, so just putting him away and trying for the long aerial ball doesn't really suit, because it might happen that you will get one odd chances in the entire game. But I think rather you should play as a close knit unit, stay close, and then try to make those through balls, because Jishnu is able to run away from any defenders in our ground. So they need to ensure that their midfield stays together. Today what was happening is it was only Yasir. He was holding the fort. Deepak was roaming around here and there. Jishnu was up, and then he was falling back as well. But as a midfield unit, I think that unit was not there. So I think they need to sort that out to get the best out of their midfield, and I mean that's how this team will improve. So that is my view on that.
Carlton, I also was noticing this one thing. They were playing Nirav right up in like a striker, like number the real striker. You think they're putting him in the right position there, or do you think some other options could have been a better? Because Nirav has a good game sense, and he's definitely, I feel, a better midfielder than a right and right goal scorer.
So once they noticed that Jishnu wasn't able to perform on the day due to his injury, they did not have too many options. If you see, in general in this tournament, there are not too many standout strikers. So whoever is going to be playing is going to be a makeshift striker for sure. Now, when they're trying to make chances from the half line, from with Yasser's help and Nishant a little behind him, they do actually don't have someone who's a standout striker for them, who they would be able to replace and get that physicality involved, get those movements on top. So that's just makeshift, I believe.
So I'll now come to Yasser. Yasser, you've been listening to us. You're on mute, so if you could unmute yourself.
Yeah,
So your
actually, I'm a bit driving,
okay,
so
no
I'm
worries.
enjoying this. I'm just enjoying listening to you guys. Yeah.
So your thoughts quickly on today's game, today's outcome, today's the whole, and your first tournament in Luxuria. So your thoughts on that?
If you ask me, frankly speaking, I was a bit surprised by the quality of players which you have in Luxuria. Yeah. Normally, I was expecting a normal society matches wherein the competition level is a bit lower, but here I see a lot of people with good footballing skills. I would say not an average footballer, but a really good footballer, which you don't see normally in societies. Secondly, the one of the best things which I ever and I loved about it, which puts me, the put an adrenaline running through you, is the competitive spirit. Yeah, I really liked it. The people coming in, watching, and the people on the ground. No matter which minute it is, you see people jostling around. So this is what I would say for today. Rest is too all for me. It's just the first, as you already said, first game, first match,
Correct.
and I could hardly recount my players' names because, rightly saying, we could never practice together, and also being the schedule which I'm running through, I could not find time as well. But I'm really looking forward to the upcoming weekends and participating in as many matches, irrespective of the result, because moreover, the camaraderie which will build in, I think that will be even better for the coming years. Yeah.
Very, very well said, Yasser. In fact, we really loved the free kick you took. It was definitely one of the standout goals, I must say, so far. Yeah, Carlton, that sleeping Buddha you can't discount, but yeah, these two are really standout, and we look forward to have you as a footballing buddy or over Saturdays and Sundays for a very, very long time. Well played today.
Thank you once again.
So, may I invite Mr. Venki?
Mr. Hussain?
You have already announced the man of the match, or we are yet to go there?
No, we are yet to announce.
So, would you?
I don't want to give this one though.
Okay.
I mean, how many awards to give it to one person? I just don't want to give it to him.
No, but this is, we are talking about Ashlin Deepak Wala game.
No,
No,
that was
they diya na
announced.
already.
That was announced. I
Now
think
we
it was
come to the
second
reminder or remain the last game, which again Colin versus Carlton. So now
Carlton.
that Venki is already kind of given the preview to what it's about to happen, and there's no point in holding it back. So we
Exactly.
can start with the man of the match and then go to the discussion.
So Carlton, I'm not giving you the award. I'm keeping it for myself, but it was supposed to go to you. So thank you. Thank you for playing so good.
So well done, Carlton. Okay, so this was an exciting match. When I look at the strengths and weaknesses of Team Colin before we move to Team Carlton, I think the strength here today, what I could gather from my observation, and I would invite Joydev and I would invite, other people who saw this match. I'm not sure who else saw that match. But I think, uh, Sarthak Nadkarni from the Nadkarni family seems to be doing a brilliant job. Thoughts? Carlton,
Yeah, of
Prabal,
course.
Ashley?
I noticed him. I actually had my eye on him for the auction as well. I tried to press Colin to drop out and maybe get hold of Sarthak as my keeper, but tough luck there. I think today he had a wonderful game. He saved a lot of chances. Of course, he can improve and he will improve from here on. But I really believe he was making lovely saves. He was taking even spot kicks well. He delivered totally for the team today.
When a goalkeeper is able to take those good spot kicks, it relieves you as a defender to go stand up in the game and get more involved. Then, somebody's keeping and one is shooting and you're just wasting one additional guy. So that definitely was a good area to, so to call the strength. Other thing I think, after 15, 20 minutes of, leaking in couple of goals in the same style to how Carlton was scoring, I think the strength lied in, quickly fixing that leak and the ability to, fix a leak. Ashlyn, your thoughts on that aspect of the game from Team Colin?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
I'm talking about the ability or the, to quickly fix the leak, which was the kind of goals Carlton was scoring initially in the first 15, 20 minutes and change in a little bit of formation and in approach and number of men you put in midfield and defense, etc., led to, a good 20, last 40 minutes were slightly, more competitive than the first 20 minutes. So that ability of the team to be able to respond to a tough situation and not go down and come up fighting and still put up a decent show. Do you count that as a area that is a strength for the team?
It's always a strength for the team because the main thing see, when you're playing a game, you're always going to concede that goal.
Correct.
It completely depends on how you control that environment at that time and how you motivate the team and then move forward from there. So you should always make sure that that's a quick recovery. There's no blame games in the bargain. And if you're able to bring back that momentum that you had before that goal, you'll obviously have that strength to score again. And obviously, if you're 3-0 down, if I was in that position, I would move a few more key players, something that you did when you sent Avdesh on top. So that is something that was lacking today. I felt a little more determination to score those goals, which could be a little higher. Uh, Players like Nitin, Avdesh, they would be able to contribute more on the second half of the pitch than in their own half. So there are certain drawbacks that the team would have had, obviously, in terms of defense, but it's something that Colin will need to work out as a team.
Good. You were an observer of the game, Prabal, today, and before I'll circle back to you, Carlton, and I would like to pick even Joydev here because he's been listening to all these talks and he's usually a great and analyst of the situations. So, Prabal, Team Colin, strength, weakness, lights on that.
Yeah, I think you gave away very easy goals to start with, actually. So those two goals should not have been in the first place because you also have a pretty good, defense lineup. Colin being, on top of that defense line as a CDM, I think those should have been avoided. You just put them on the platter and, went straight 2-0 down. So that would have been demoralizing for the team. And as you rightly mentioned in the second half, you actually pushing the team hard, telling them not to lose heart and fight on. So in football or any sports, the momentum shifts, creates lot of positives for the team that is down, and that you did really well today. So that is one thing that every team needs to learn, that if you are 2-0 or 3-0 down, there is nothing to lose for you. Then you have to fight on, and if you are able to fight on as a unit, then you can of course score goals and put the other team on pressures. Regarding Sarthak goalkeeping, what I really liked about this young fellow is that he's ready to learn from his mistakes. I saw that the goal that Vabya scored, he was just thinking about why, what could have been better for him, and he was trying this way and that way for 2 or 1 more minutes after the goal really happened. So that really shows that this guy is willing to learn, and here onwards, I think he will be a very good goalkeeper for the society, and he will do really well.
Uh, okay, can I invite Joydev in this discussion? Joy, were you keenly observing the second match today? Joy, you could unmute yourself if you could.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. So about this aerial defending, Team Colin definitely really were not doing it. Now, from the other angle, Team Carlton was supplying beautifully to Carlton, beating that middle line and landing the ball into the right into his foot, where he was able to easily, capitalize on the defender's mistake. Your thoughts on how that was working out?
I think that is brilliant, but I will give more air to Carlton because his abilities and your defense in the initial line was not really solid because they were not keeping up. I think Ajay are not naturally playing defense positions, so they are not clearing on the first time or missing that part, which Carlton really exploited well. When you and Avdesh came backward, that league got closed. That is one. Second, I think while Carlton moved up and Fahad moved up, basically they hold the middle order very nicely.
Colin, I guess. You meant Colin and Fahad moved.
Sorry, yeah, Colin and Fahad. So basically they put the game and pressure on the other side, and that basically takes the game away from the game was in the middle at that point. Before that, it was like all lofted balls and your defense is spilling. So that was the problem. You didn't have the initial structure going on for you.
Correct.
Second line, I will also say one thing that is missing from the Carlton's brilliant performances. Carlton's defense line is very, very solid. They have very strong 4 defenders and very rigid. So they managed to pass the ball and Carlton exploit everything without going backward ever again.
So, Ashlyn, I would like to quickly pull you in, and this is jointly something which I want Carlton and Ashlyn to talk about. Unsung hero of the day, Mihir Hegde. Some light on that.
Amazing player. I don't really understand why he used to never give his count. I've been telling him this since last couple of seasons, but he's very
You know,
hesitant.
his answer would be, "Bhaiya, injury se dar lagta hai." That's what
हाँ,
his answer is.
साला राक्षस जैसा दिखता है और बोलता है इंजरी से डर लगता है. राक्षस जैसा खेलता है. But amazing player. He's like one of the guys who's good at one sport and can be good at any other sport. So like his ball control, his judgment, his body and his stamina, it's coming together to make him a good player. So he played really well today.
So the tag unsung hero, Carlton, would you agree to that?
Of course, of course. In fact, after the game, we also spoke about this. He wouldn't be a unsung hero because he's the most expensive in my team.
Oh, is it?
But
I didn't know. How much did you spend on him?
240. But actually, that was because it's in the large group, of course. Yeah, but either way. So coming to your question, see now I have a defense line where the opponents are going to be scared of in terms of physicality. So it is putting up a barrier in front of in the mindset of the front team. And like Joydev also mentioned, I actually don't need to turn back. When I see Devesh behind, I see Mihir, Vivek, Anand. These guys are lovely. They're rock solid and they don't let anyone go past them. Now in
They
that
are
term,
no fuss, no nonsense, solid defenders who will do their job without flashy stuff.
true, very true. Now for Mihir, he's not a regular player. He also before matches he also comes and asks for tips and all, but I actually don't have tips to give him because he's actually doing a lovely job, being rock solid there, not letting he's also getting the judgment right. That's what's important. Yeah, coming from another sport and having very little knowledge of football, he's getting the judgment right where the players are going to turn next, where to go, where to put your leg. That he's getting it perfectly right.
Good. Prabal, I want to quickly pull you into this conversation to build up on Team Carlton. Now, you've already played one match with him. Now, with both, in both the matches, Carlton had one of their key guys missing. Like today, he was without the services of Hriday. And, a match prior to that, he was without the services of Anirudh for whatever reasons unknown to us. Now, with the coming week, there is a return that will happen and that will increase your attacking threat with Kaushik returning into your team. He does have a bit of injury carry which is kind of going to, we don't know how much is going to impact his game, but with the ball on his leg, he can be a really high impact player. So Prabal, your thoughts, how does this equation puts Carlton's team versus other opponents in this tournament?
Yeah, I mean, of course, as Carlton mentioned, he has, picked up players who are defensively really solid, and it has been really tough for us to, pass through them, and that is a key positives. But and Kaushik coming in, I think he will have someone who can play as number 9, and he Carlton or Anirudh can actually play those passes to Kaushik. Given the fitness level of his, if he can improve, then definitely he will be a threat to the opponents. But there is no denying of the fact that a bulk of the scoring will still be on Carlton. So he need to perform match on match, and that because other players will be able to support him, but he is the standout player in that team in terms of scoring those goals. So that fact will still be there.
So that kind of brings us to to the fag end of this discussion. We analyzed all the 4 games. So on the paper, Carlton definitely looks the team to look out for. 2 straight wins against 2 decent teams, I must say. But may I ask everybody who have witnessed the matches or seen the score lines, and the few people, so you can unmute yourself. Do you think there are this is going to be a really tough tournament to decide, the balance 3. See, Carlton seems to be there. I think personally, I could be wrong. but I think most of the people will share my opinion. But for the next three, are there any clear favorites? 2, 3, and 4.
It's a really tough question because it's going to keep changing. Like it also depends on availability of players and stuff like that. So you can't. I feel it's too early to say. But if you look at the most balanced team on paper, it's Carlton. So I would reserve a spot in the finals for them. They'll go there and they'll lose, but I'll reserve a spot for them there.
Okay. True. So we all feel the same. Prabal, your thoughts?
I think all the 4 teams, except for Ishwar teams who has not been able to perform, and they really lack attacking threats. The remaining 4 teams will be competing for the remaining 3 spots, because Carlton's team is almost there. One more match and they are there already. So
it's going to be a really interesting, hard-fought game right up till the end of the tournament, till the end of the
what will
last
happen
day.
is also that from week 2 onwards, the games, the quality of games, the quality of performances will improve for each team. So that will because of that, each of these match will be very difficult for any of these teams. So that's why I'm saying that the remaining 3 slots would be very hard fought ones, and any of these 4 teams could go there. So that's my view on that.
Carlton, your quick thoughts. You've seen all the games. You're a good reader of the game. You understand teams well. You've seen Ashlin's team. You have seen Deepak's team playing. You have seen Prabal. You've played Prabal and Colin. You have seen Ishwar's team performance. Which is the other team you think are not likely to make to top 4?
So, like Prabal rightly said, it's going to be a tough call between the 4 teams now. I'm putting Ishwar's team out of this for one simple reason, that they don't have an attacking line. But between amongst the remaining 4 teams, is going to be really tough. It's going to come down to the wire for sure. So it's all a wait and watch from here on.
So I think it's going to be a really interesting. Okay, we have a man of the match, Mr. Manu Madhavan, driving, and he just showed his waistline before adjusting the camera. Now he's smiling. Manu, you know that you've been the man of the match?
No, it's a news. I'm not sure I'm audible.
You are audible, and congratulations. You were declared the man of the match on match number 3, today's morning match. So congratulations for that. Carlton has picked up 2 for both the matches that he's played, and we have Fahad, who picked up a man of the match versus the Ishwar game. So that's all for us. Now we've got a couple of days, so work from home is still there. So a lot of people can come in the mornings, practice, do a little team coordination. So on this note, I thank everybody who participated. I see Vamsi coming in. Hi, Vamsi. Hriday, we'd like to see you back on the next weekend. So you guys are really doing a great job. And then that's all from our side. Thank you for joining in. 5 more boring days, Monday to Friday in our life, where we have to go to office and work and use your Excels. Avinash, when are we going to see you in Luxuria?
Well, I'm hoping to fly back this day, so that I'm there by the afternoon. That's what I'm planning.
All right. So you replace, I think, Shobit now. So you have to defend like him once you.
That depends on my captain whether he selects me for that match. But I'll be there.
Yeah. I'm sure. I'm not going to put Prabal on the spot by asking him whether he's playing Avinash or not. So
more strategic questions. So that will be decided internally.
Vamsi, quick word from you, buddy. How are you doing? How's the tournament looking like?
Tournament is looking good, yeah.
Tough teams, huh?
Huh?
Tough teams, huh?
Tough teams. The last, in fact, the top 5, the total 6 teams, right? Top 5 are all good. Okay.
Yeah, it's good. Any team, any day could, turn it around. I think it's going to be a cracker of games and some real intense moments. Okay, just before asking, I can't leave this without asking the controversial. How's the refereeing looking like, guys?
I think refereeing, you can't really complain. It's always been like that. I won't say bad, I won't say best. I think it's a human call at the end of the day. Everyone has their own opinions. Views.
Day one, they were like a little sleeping, dozing off. They were caught dozing off in some of the offsides, I was told, and I kind of witnessed one of them. I think today also they were, one of in the morning match, me and Ishwar was sitting and he was ball watching and he missed somebody who was a clear offside and never raised a flag. So maybe the commissioner needs to intervene. What do you say, guys?
Yes, I think Vinky actually had a word with the referees, and because of that, today's second match referee was little better. So most of the time they are sleeping. They are also thinking this is a society tournament, may not need to put their 100%, not really observant throughout the matches, and that's why adding to these mistakes. But as Vamsi has rightly mentioned, I mean, it's a human thing. They are supposed to make errors, but I believe if we put them a little under pressure, that you have to be observant. Don't think like this is a bacha wala tournament and give whatever you would like to. Be little observant, then they will do much better actually.
I think Venki threatened them कि पैसा नहीं दूंगा अच्छे से नहीं करोगे तो. So I think
yeah, exactly.
that kind of works.
That really matters end of the day, correct?
See, Atif, one more thing. I think there are people who are trying to scare the referees. So referees would try to avoid getting into controversial decisions like offside.
A part and parcel
part of
the tournament.
game, Anil. This is what people always do and refer.
You should look at some of this English Premier League matches, the way they are being threatened for handball and also ये तो फिर भी ठीक है. So okay guys, great. On that note, we see you next weekend for some cracker of the matches. So I'll just kind of quickly read out the schedule. If anybody has it handy, or just give me a second, I'll pull it off. I'll tell you what are the matches are coming up in the next week.
First match is Probal Ishwar, then Colin Ashland.
Probal Ishwar, Colin and Ashland.
Yeah.
That's a cracker of a match to look forward to, huh?
Then Deepak, Probal Ashland.
Old buddy is facing off, huh?
Yeah, old buddy is facing off. So next day, कौन से दो हैं?
Carlton Deepak, Probal Ashland.
I think
Carlton Deepak, Probal Ashland. Oh, so we have so the Probal Ashland will be something which I look forward to see. It will be a really, really evened out game. Really no pick there. It's like a very.
I feel even our game with Colin is going to be a tough game for some reason, but.
Yeah, I'm saying that too also, but I'm saying as a spectator, I would love to sit down and grab a cola and a cigarette and watch that match and enjoy it. Full money on that in terms of entertainment. Okay, guys, thank you very much for joining in, and we'll see you next weekend, next Sunday for a similar conversation. Do keep our earmark for this conversation. Thanks, Venki. Thanks, Vinash. I thank Carlton. Thank you, Manu, Anil, Ashland, Vamsi, Prabal, Anand. Thank you for being a patient listener. You listened, but you did not comment. I'm thankful that you've been patient enough. Joy, और दादा तुम अरे माइक ऑन करो दादा, तुम्हारा आवाज सुनने बिना हम रखेंगे नहीं. And Hriday, thank you for joining, Hriday.
क्या हुआ भैया?
कहाँ हो?
अरे हम जहाँ पे भी है फर्क नहीं पड़ता. I've been watching all the matches. Don't worry.
शक्ल दिखाओ.